Hey everyone! Welcome to my channel Manhwa Mantra, your go-to place for all things manhwa. In today's video, we're diving into The Magic Emperor, Chapter 633, based on the novel. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and comment below if you have any questions or thoughts. Your support really motivates me to keep uploading more videos for you all. So let's get started. An old man with a red nose is tied up on a bench, swaying drunkenly and smiling lazily. Shui Ruohua, sitting nearby, glares at him with frustration. "Spill it, old man. Where are you keeping our people?" The old man's head wobbles as he mumbles, "Give me wine." "Screw you!" Shui Ruohua snaps. "It's been 5 days, you drunkard. No matter how much you've had, you should be sober by now. Stop faking or I'll have to get serious." The old man, unfazed, keeps repeating his request for wine. Shui Ruohua rolls her eyes, raising her hand as if ready to deliver a sharp slap. But just then a rhythmic chant breaks the tension. 1, 2, 1, 2. She freezes and looks to her companion. "Go see what it is." Her companion peers outside and spots a group of zombies shuffling toward the inn, led by a few ordinary-looking individuals. On the side, familiar faces, Chu Qingcheng and Danner, walk alongside them, chatting casually. The companion turns back, startled. It's junior sister Qingcheng. But she brought a bunch of weirdos. They're all stiff. Shui Ruohua looks hopeful. She must have caught someone suspicious. "Open the barrier and let them in." The old man mutters under his breath, "More innocent people dragged into this." What a heavy sin. Shui Ruohua narrows her eyes at him. "So you can listen. Once they're inside, I'll deal with you." The old man chuckles softly, his head still swaying. The barrier opens. The new arrivals step inside, and Shui Ruohua approaches, asking Chu Qingcheng, "Did you find the bastard's lair? You've brought so many captives." They look barely alive. Jofan, one of the captives, scoffs. "Who are you calling dead? They might be a little worse for wear, but don't mock them." "That's discrimination!" His companions groan in unison, clearly annoyed. "Steward Zhou, you're the one who did this to us." Jofan shrugs nonchalantly as Shui Ruohua stares in shock. "You're..." Chu Qingcheng steps forward, smiling brightly. "Oh, I forgot to introduce him. This is Jofan, an old friend from Tianyu. He's representing the demon scheming sect now. He came to help us." Jofan awkwardly pulls his hand away from her grasp. Yeah, sure. We just happened to bump into each other. Not really interested in your problems." He gestures to his group. "Keep moving. If you slow down, you'll stay stiff forever." Kuilang, one of the group, sighs miserably. "Steward Zhou will never rest again, will we?" Jofan snaps back, "You'll rest when I say so. Until then, keep moving." The conversation drifts as the group enters and the barrier seals again. Fiend Yang, one of the newcomers, looks around and smirks. The mystical heaven sect must be getting soft, sending disciples without elders. Shui Ruohua responds with a sigh. "We had 3 elders with us. They were captured by a demonic cultivator." Fiend Yang laughs mockingly. "How the mighty have fallen. Even your elders are getting caught. Pathetic." Zombies and fiends alike join in, ridiculing the group. Shui Ruohua and her companions bristle with anger. Jofan finally intervenes, his tone sharp. "Careful with your words. You might end up captured next." Fiend Yang glares at him. "Why are you helping these people? Don't you know the saying? Girls are like clothes, but brothers are your hands and feet." Before Jofan can respond, the old man chuckles and interjects. "Funny logic. There are plenty of people without hands, but have you ever seen someone skipping around naked?" The room erupts in laughter except for Fiend Yang, whose face flushes with anger. "Say that again, old fool," Fiend Yang growls. The old man smirks, clearly enjoying himself. "Just pointing out the flaws in your logic. Don't get so worked up." Before tensions escalate, Jofan steps in, looking at the old man with unexpected respect. "Senior, I apologize for how we've treated you. Please forgive us." The room falls silent, stunned by Jofan's sudden deference. The old man tilts his head, a flicker of confusion crossing his face. "What's this kid playing at?" "Do you know him?" Chu Qingcheng asked Jofan, her soft eyes filled with curiosity. Jofan shook his head, replying casually, "Never seen him in my life." "Then why show him such respect?" "That's not like you," Chu Qingcheng questioned further, intrigued. Even the demon scheming sect's group looked curious. After all, Jofan showing respect to anyone, let alone an old man, was unheard of. Jofan shrugged and explained, "You said everyone in this town disappeared, and only he remained, right?" "Yes," Shui Ruohua confirmed. "When we arrived, the town was bustling, but over a few days it became deserted. After searching, we only found him." Jofan sighed, pointing out, "So tell me, what is his cultivation?" Shui Ruohua and the others were confused. "None whatsoever. He seems like just an average old man." Jofan smirked. "Is it that he has no cultivation? Or is it that his cultivation is so high you can't even sense it?" Gasps of disbelief filled the room. Shui Ruohua frowned. "You can tell then?" Jofan shook his head. "No, I can't sense anything. And that's precisely what makes it terrifying." Everyone rolled their eyes, frustrated. Shui Ruohua snapped, "Stop spouting nonsense. You're scaring us for no reason." Jofan chuckled. "Messing or not, that depends on your fortune and the old man's mood. Think about it. Everyone in the town is gone except for him. That means one of two things. Either he escaped, and the culprits didn't bother chasing him, or he's so powerful that they couldn't deal with him. Yet you accused him without considering the possibilities. That offense could cost you dearly." The realization sent chills through Mystical Heaven Sect's group. They nervously glanced at the old man, who was now smiling mischievously. Jofan stepped forward and gave a slight bow. "Elder, please forgive us for any offenses. We're just strangers passing through. If you have any grievances, I suggest you direct them toward those who caused the real trouble. We will respectfully stay out of your way." Shui Ruohua's group glared at Jofan, furious. "Are you helping us or making things worse?" Demon Scheming Sect's group burst into laughter, thoroughly enjoying the chaos. The old man finally spoke, his tone calm yet commanding. "Ha ha ha, nice one, kid. You're sharper than the rest. Let me give you some advice as thanks. Leave now. This place is a trap, and the one who said it is far too clever. You have no chance here." The room fell silent as everyone processed his words. To everyone's shock, the old man flexed slightly, and the ropes binding him fell apart effortlessly. The display of power, done without the slightest use of Yuan Qi, left even Jofan shaken. Stretching, the old man smirked. "So where's the wine? How can this be an inn without a drink?" Jofan quickly turned to Fiend Yang. "Venerable Fiend Yang, take out the wine you took from the tavern and offer it to the senior." Fiend Yang, now drenched in cold sweat, complied without hesitation. He finally realized the old man was no ordinary drunkard, but a terrifying expert far beyond their comprehension. The old man chuckled, accepting the wine. "Too late for regrets now. Do you know how many people who've offended me regretted it later?" Ha ha ha! His laughter sent shivers down everyone's spines, but Jofan remained calm. "Senior, scaring them is unnecessary. They acted out of ignorance. I can see you're a magnanimous individual who wouldn't stoop to their level." The old man laughed louder. "Well played, kid. You're turning the tables on me, making it seem like I'd be petty if I acted against them. Fine, since you gave me some wine, I'll give you a free warning. Leave now. Staying here will only bring trouble." The old man walked toward the door, the barrier parting for him effortlessly. As the sunlight poured in, he sighed. "It's too late now. You're on your own, kid. This is fate." He disappeared into the fog, leaving everyone stunned. Kuei Lang turned to Mystical Heaven Sect's group and shouted, "See that? If not for Jofan, you'd all be dead by now. Show some gratitude." The Mystical Heaven Sect disciples hesitated before bowing slightly toward Jofan. However, Fiend Yang grabbed Jofan's shoulder, scolding, "Why did you get involved? That old man could have killed us all in an instant. I was so scared I nearly wet myself." Jofan silenced him with a gesture, pointing outside. "The fog is coming." Everyone looked outside to see a thick mist rolling in, blocking the sunlight. Fiend Yang frowned. "What's so odd about some evening fog?" Jofan's tone turned grim. "Have you ever seen a fog that blocks divine sense?" The group tried using their discerning fields, but none of their senses could penetrate the mist. Jofan's expression darkened. The old man was right. "We're trapped now." The room was dimly lit. A single candle on the table casting flickering shadows on the walls. Everyone sat around the table, their expressions tense, waiting for Jofan's words. The eerie fog outside pressed against the windows, muting all sound and deepening the suffocating silence. Jofan leaned forward slightly, his voice calm but firm as he addressed the group. "What do we do now?" "That's simple. We gather information. Before we even think about taking action, we need to know exactly what we're dealing with. Everyone nodded. Even the skeptical members of the mystical heaven sect, Jofan's authority in the situation was clear. Standing up, Jofan began to pace. I've had my suspicions about this place from the start, but I didn't have enough details to act on them. Now that we've got a clearer picture, we can figure out what's going on. As Jofan spoke, the fog outside seemed to grow thicker, and a faint sizzling sound echoed through the stillness. The once protective barrier was now shrinking under the pressure of the unnatural mist. Inside the inn, Shui Rohua began recounting their story. Her voice trembled slightly, but she forced herself to continue. We were on our way to the Double Dragon gathering. 2 weeks ago, we stopped here to rest. At the tavern, we encountered a red-haired youth with sinister eyes, a demonic cultivator. No doubt, Jofan's gaze sharpened, and the fiends exchanged knowing glances. Shui Rohua continued, her tone somber. He was aggressive toward some of our sisters. Our young master intervened and confronted him. The youth backed off, but the next morning everything changed. The entire town was deserted. No people, no sounds, just emptiness. Jofan crossed his arms, his expression unreadable. Let me guess. Your young master disappeared as well? Shui Rohua nodded, grief evident in her voice. Yes, our young master was unwell and now he's gone. We searched everywhere, but each time someone else vanished. Eventually, even our elders disappeared. That's when we set up this barrier and only searched during the day. Jofan let out a low chuckle, his tone tinged with amusement. Ah, a classic case of cat and mouse. Shui Rohua blinked, confused. Cat and mouse? Jofan smirked. It's a game. The cat catches the mouse but doesn't kill it right away. It toys with it, enjoying every moment of the mouse's fear and suffering. That's exactly what's happening to you. The mystical heaven sect members paled, the weight of Jofan's words settling over them. Jofan's smirk widened. Why else would the culprits take the townsfolk so easily but pick off your group one by one? It's not about capability, it's about creating terror. They're toying with you, savoring your fear. The demon scheming sect members began to laugh, their dark humor adding to the oppressive atmosphere. Fiend Yang grinned. You know, back in the day, we used to play games like that too. Messing with people was so entertaining. But now? Too much work, not enough fun. Danner glared at them, her fists clenched. You're all horrible. How can you joke about something so cruel? Kuilong chimed in dramatically, clutching his chest. You're right, miss. They're all terrible. Peeling skin, flaying flesh, it's just not fun anymore. Danner looked momentarily hopeful, only for Kuilong to burst out laughing. I mean, what's the point? It's a waste of time. Danner groaned in frustration, her face turning red with anger. Jofan couldn't help but laugh at her reaction. Jofan's gaze turned serious. Listen carefully. The person behind this is meticulous and calculating. They're using your fear as a weapon. Your young master was likely taken to lure the rest of you into their trap. Danner tried to interrupt, but Jofan cut her off with a sharp look. Don't try to defend him. Your young master was weak, and that's a fact. His illness made him an easy target. And now you're all paying the price for underestimating your enemy. Shui Rohua lowered her head, the truth of Jofan's words hitting hard. Fiend Yang clapped Jofan on the shoulder. You've got a sharp eye, kid. The person behind this must be proud of their little game. Thinking they've outsmarted everyone? Jofan nodded thoughtfully. Exactly. Their arrogance is their weakness. They've left gaps in their plan, and if we're careful, we can use that to our advantage. The room fell silent, the group absorbing Jofan's analysis. Despite the fear and uncertainty, a glimmer of hope began to take root. Outside, the fog thickened further, swallowing the last rays of sunlight. Time was running out, and everyone knew it. Jofan's voice broke the silence, firm and resolute. Prepare yourselves. This isn't just a game anymore, it's survival. The group exchanged determined looks, ready to face whatever came next.